When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Here's the handoff. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's back. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Hurricanes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low.
Open field on the run. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He might want another play. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Tigers are marching down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Uncorks it. Caught over the middle. It's Durham. He's brought down the run of the play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Might be looking to run. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They'll go with a direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he makes the play, it's intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Miami.
First play of the period will be a second down. From his his end zone. He'll go up top. Right on the money. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll try the left side. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's back. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now this is a gamble here, going for it on 4th and long from their own 40. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Right down the middle. This time it's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. He's looking to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Past the 50. At the 30. 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Marion. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Beck. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fletcher. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Dances away to my time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Canes have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Back to pass, it's Beck. Quickly complete. Makes him talk to the hand. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bauman. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Hurricanes will try to punch it in on first and goal. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, it's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. There he goes. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's not...
Fires one high and deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On the ground, it's Durham. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Slithers into space.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Plays like that can just shoot energy through your team. The kickoff return for 89 yards and the score. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Ran to that daylight to pick up. To the 22.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move, working that left side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
They'll go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Pringle. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Beck. Pulls it in, it's Marion. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, Canes! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Good defenses stop you from scoring. Great ones score themselves, and LSU has done that so well over the years.
Yeah, and it's about guys who are playmakers. It's about guys who can lock up on the outside, and LSU recruits them. They develop them, and so many guys you see at the highest level doing it, and this is why, because they come to LSU and become stars.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
LSU quick to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Oh, man, you've got to love this execution if you're an offensive play caller. Watch the QB. He does such a good job buying time, using his eyes. Receiver starts on the right side all the way across the formation. He takes his time, throws a great throw. Receiver makes the catch, does the rest, gets in the end zone for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Marion. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to pass, it's back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Makes the grab, it's Fletcher. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The sure hands, it's Daniels. And they're able to get him down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll move the tight end. Going to the running game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. LSU right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He has the 1st and still on his feet. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the ground, he's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Power football with the run. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Green. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touchdown, Tiger! And they've moved out front here on the court. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. That Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking to throw, it's back. He wants to go deep. It's caught. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Bauman. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The short hands, it's Daniels. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Setting up for the extra point and the top. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quick handoff. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. On the move, it's Berry. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Sends it back in motion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
So now it's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. The give from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the fourth quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Under fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he wing it on second down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Got some room to run. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job. Forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Might be calling a hot route. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Lets it go. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Snap in the middle. It's Brown. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they're on top here in overtime.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. back to throw. It's back. Lets it fly. Right on target this time.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
No interest in another overtime. They'll go for two and the win. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're not going to mess around. They'll go for two and the win right here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a two-point conversion. To the air. It's back. Looking to buy time. Fires to the wideout. He got it! The aggressive call pays off and wins the game in overtime. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this that come down to the wire, you got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game be decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. In any college football season, ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Man on the option. Gets it past the marker. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Needed to get to the 45 for the first down. Stopped a little bit short. You'd think this is the go area on 4th down. From the gun, looking for a man. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
And the Hurricanes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown LSU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. To the ground with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gonna run it. It's Durham. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll go up top on second and short. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Bauman. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Got his man on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. A great catch and run for 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. If you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Durham. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with those 3 points, we'll finish off the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marion. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Canes want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Canes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Bauman. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw again. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He'll take another shot here. Snags it down the right side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And they find the big play wide receiver again. This guy has been featured early, and it looks like it's going to be often. Already over 100 yards, still in the 2nd quarter. He is having himself a day.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. LSU right back to the line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking left. He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Daniels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's back. Fires to the big fella. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. All kinds of time before he fires right. And he's got it inside the 35. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Tigers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll run it from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Makes the catch. It's Daniels. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Back to throw. It's Beck. Fires to the big fella. Looking for room at the 30. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The corners are walked up tight. They just keep firing. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The snap sets up the throw. That's it, 5. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be dragged down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. LSU quick to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Got him downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable.
And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch.
The first down pass completed to the wideout. Gain of 19 on the play.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the air, it's Beck. Finds his tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese. And then speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Reads it, fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
1st and
10. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He lobs one high down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered,
he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
LSU 24.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Durham. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Got a man. It's Anderson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. And as the ball bounces out of bounds, no dice on the onside kick.